Welcome to your review of Doctor Who Season 2 Episode 7 Wish World. This is the penultimate episode in Season 2, which sets the stage for an epic finale and showdown between the Doctor, Omega and the Rani, as well as the Unholy Trinity. Written by showrunner Russell T Davies and directed by Alex Sanjeev Philly. The episode was produced by Chris May with Russell T Davies, Julie Gardner and Phil Collinson serving as executive producers. In Wish World, the Doctor, played by Gatwa, and his companion Belinda Chandra, played by Tate, finally returned to Earth, only to find it transformed into a surreal 1950s inspired suburban utopia. And it kind of, when I was watching the episode, it gave me sort of One Division vibes, which was kind of cool. This fabricated reality, crafted by the enigmatic Conrad Clark, played by Jonah Hauer-King, who previously appeared in shows for Disney Plus and others, with the assistance from the Rani, played by Archie Punjabi, and a kidnapped god's power traps the Doctor and Belinda in an idyllic domestic life, obscuring the truth of their situation. As midnight approaches, the Doctor must unveil the illusion before it's too late. Now this episode, it was very surreal sort of watching it, because it leaned very heavily into that of kind of dystopian reality, and really sort of brought the sort of fantasy element to play, and I think it relied on it quite a bit for this episode. At the end of the episode, we see that both Ranis, both Mrs. Flood and the Rani, conjure up a plan to bring back the almighty god that is Omega, or Omega as it has been pronounced online and elsewhere. So they bring him back to unleash a brand new Gallifrey, or at least that's what the Rani wants, is to unleash Omega's power to build a brand new Gallifrey, and give power back to the Time Lords. It's revealed that Omega, there's from used voice catalogue of Big Finish audios through a Big Finish archive, those lines in which Omega says, "I am Omega, I am the Lord of Time and I will return," that was all taken from a Big Finish story, in which the original voice actor, who has sadly passed away since, portrayed the character for that set of audios, which was a nice touch. And then we come to the realization that the Doctor and Belinda, in this dystopian sort of fantasized wish world reality type situation, are husband and wife, and they have a child called Poppy. Now Poppy, as you know, is we've seen before in Season 1 episodes of Space Babies. We've also seen her pop up in the story In the Engine, and other places too. And that was an interesting sort of story to sort of go with. But it also, it left it open for interpretation about what happens to Poppy if this world no longer exists, and is Poppy, it basically opened a can of worms in terms of, is Poppy the puppeteer behind why the world exists, what happens if this world disappears, and what happens to Poppy, and all this. And there was a whole lot of theories going around in relation to why Poppy was such an integral part, or is such an integral part of that sort of world. I really enjoyed this episode. I found it very enjoyable, and it's definitely an episode that I will go back on and rewatch, because I like the fantasy element and the sci-fi element all coming in together to create a sort of non-existent wish world in a sense. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Wish World for this episode, and yeah, what do you think will happen in the reality war? Will the Doctor regenerate? Will he stay on? Who do you think might be the next Doctor if a regeneration is coming? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them as quick as possible. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with more Doctor Who related content. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and to let me know your thoughts on this, on Wish World, in the comments below, as well as your theories for what might happen in the reality war. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon for more.